All right, everyone. Day 2, right, of ancient Rome. And today we're going to look at some Roman portraits. We're going to start with a big term, and that big term is verisimilitude. Verisimilitude means the semblance of truth within a work of art. It's a very versatile term, so we'll use it, of course, for art history, and we'll look at sculpture busts. But you can use it for movies as well, and you can use it for novels as well. Are they realistic? Do you believe the narrative? Right? I always talk about verisimilitude with basketball movies. You're going to tell me Leonardo DiCaprio was a basketball player in New York City in the 80s? Come on. No verisimilitude there. So we're thinking about what we looked at in ancient Greece. So think about Praxiteles, right? Think polykulatos. Think of the faces of those sculptures. They weren't differentiated. You weren't supposed to identify who those people were. The game changes when we move into ancient Rome. All of a sudden, you have to know who these portraits are. You want to know exactly who these people are. There's a reason for that. That's where verisimilitude comes in. So two main things we're looking at today. One are the imagines. Imagines are beeswax masks. So they would be held in a cupboard in your atrium. But they weren't just for display. You used them as well. So whenever your family had a funeral, right, you would find someone who was the same height, the same body shape as your ancestor. You would pay them to walk in the funeral wearing the imaging of your ancestor, right on their face. So the whole funeral procession would be showing the ancestors in your family. People would be able to identify them as the funeral went past, right, by looking at their imagings. The other one we're looking at is sculptural busts. We're going to look at a lot of sculptural busts. They had to look just like the figure. They were kept in the atrium as well. But a lot of these figures, because they achieved notoriety later in life, they're older portraits. So you have to look at that. You have to be able to know who that person was when he achieved fame. So you can't have Jason Momoa, right, from Baywatch, because nobody knew what he looked like back then. It has to be Aquaman, Jason Momoa. So when we're talking about ancestral sculptural busts, I have a couple in my house as well. All right, go do your sculptures. A couple of sculptural busts that I like to keep right here in my front room. There's one, right? There's another. Usually sculptural busts don't wave, but today they just might. See everyone on Tuesday. We'll be talking about ancient Rome.